Hello and welcome to Tarot with Honey. Today we have another deck review. Thank you so much for joining. Today we will be reviewing, if I can get those words out. Today we will be reviewing messages of cosmic and oracle cards. Very excited to read this, to do this reading. Actually, I have not used this deck that much. But let's get into it. So if you have not subscribed, go ahead, click the subscribe. It's free. And helps support the channel. I can do more videos like this and also tarot readings. So let's get started with this deck review. I just want to start off by saying the box, quite cute, has a little message on it. Apparently there are 42 cards in this deck. This deck does not come with a guidebook, FYI. And if you've watched any of my other deck reviews, you've noticed that many of the other, in fact, all of the other ones have come with a guidebook, and this one does not. But neither here nor there, just kind of giving you guys a little heads up. So let's move that off to the side and let's get into it. I think, so this deck to me feels a lot like, hold on. Okay, so this is the front. This is the front, meaning this is like the back of the deck, and then this is the message. So these cards are the same, basically the same as playing cards or like a deck of standard cards if you're like, if you play spades or anything like that. So I'm sorry if that was very loud. I just realized that probably was loud. They fit in the hand very nicely. They shuffle very nicely. The cardstock is pretty okay. It's not the greatest, you know, a little bend, but it doesn't offend me whatsoever. The print quality is very cosmic, hence the name of the actual oracle card. So we have a lot going on here. There's a lot of energy going on here. If colors speak to you, this would be a really great deck for you because there's just a lot of color. And also within that, you may see messages, you may get messages, you may receive messages from the actual color of the cards. So that's a plus. So let's go ahead and get into flipping through the cards and seeing what's going on. My first take on the cards were whoa. Like whoa. Do you guys remember that song? Like whoa. Maybe that was a little bit too long ago, but these cards give me that energy. If anyone is into the galaxy, stars, astrology, this will definitely speak to you in regards to the imagery. The messages are really beautiful as well. You know, open your heart, not just a little, all the way. So these can really bring some clarification on your reading, which is really nice. I like how they incorporated animals and the galaxy together. That's pretty cool. This feels like a lot to me like words of affirmation. So it's like, you know, oracle / words of affirmation. We have a guy in a spacesuit, you know, meditation here, chakras. The artwork here is very abstract, I will say. Not a bad thing. Again, you could definitely pull a lot of energy, a lot of messages from the artwork here. any kind of musicians or creatives. I did a really great reading with creatives, and that card was one that kept on coming out. The colors are very, very vibrant. Obviously there's a theme here, which is, you know, space, galaxy, cosmic. So if that's your thing, this will be great. But honestly, I would say that just the words, the inspiration, are really of a great value in this deck as well. And it's kind of like, how would I put this? It's kind of like you're not expecting it. Do you know what I mean? It's like there's a message that will just pop out and you're like, oh, wow, I needed to hear that. So in that respect, I think this is pretty cool. So one of the other criterias are words and words description. I think that with this deck, the words are just the right amount. So there's like a title or a subject here, and then a small bit of clarification if needed. And I think that's pretty good. It doesn't offend me. It doesn't, you know, bother me. It's not overwhelming with words, which if you've seen any of my other deck reviews, I think that's pretty good, because sometimes when you have very robust artwork, you know, it's not really great to mix it with a lot of words. So I think they've chosen the right amount of words, and it really just hones in on the message and speaks what needs to be said, which is great. So I like it. I like this deck. I don't use it often, but when I use it, I do enjoy it. Wow, this one is a powerful one to end the flip through. Stop giving away your power. Somebody needed to hear that message. Somebody needed to hear that message right now. So let's see. And then the cost of this, I was just looking it up. I want to say this is like $16 and something. $16 and something. Do I think this is worth $16? I think, yeah, it's worth $16. I would probably spend 12 to 15, 16 on it. So it's right there in the ballpark. So I would say it's definitely worth it. Meeting all the criteria for what I tend to look for, or what I feel like would bring value to you guys listening to a card deck review. Card quality, I think the card quality is really nice. They did not skimp on the card. However, again, they did not include a guidebook, but for this, I wouldn't say that you really needed one, so that was pretty appropriate, so it gets a point for that. The print quality is pretty robust. Imagery, very creative. Word descriptions, I think they hit the nail on the head with that. They didn't give too many words. They didn't give not enough words. And then the cost, I would probably spend like $15 on here. So this is 16, you know, in the area. So I'll take a half a point off of that. So I would say this is probably a 4.5 in my opinion, about a 4.5. Is it worth getting the deck? Yes. I have the deck. I've used the deck. I think that you would get value out of utilizing the deck. I don't think it would just kind of sit there and collect dust. So would I recommend getting the deck? Yes, I would. But yeah, I think that kind of ends it for this tarot oracle deck review. Pretty cool deck. Feels a lot to me like just playing cards, you know, very small, concise. And yeah, thanks for watching. If you have not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. If you have stayed until this part of the video, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching Tarot with Honey.